Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. This is a recipe you're definitely going to want to try. This is pizzas on the flat top griddle. As you can see here, I got some cornmeal. I'm going to throw that down straight onto the flat top. This is a trick that I picked up from a friend of mine whose father used to own a pizza shop, and it really did help keep the crust very crispy and not too soggy at all. It'll help give that crust a good consistency. The crust that I'm using here, the dough, is just made from self-rising flour, about a cup and a half of that, to about a cup and a third of Greek yogurt, just plain Greek yogurt. It's super easy to make. If you guys want to see a video on that, let me know and I can make a video on it. And if that means that I have to make pizza again, well, then so be it, because I'm more than happy to do it. I'm just going to crisp up some of this pepperoni here, just because you don't want to put anything straight on this side that's face up right now. This is just raw dough as it is right now. So what I'm going to do is just crisp up the pepperoni so it doesn't actually have to take the time to cook. So I'm actually just browning up the first side of the dough here, and we're going to go ahead and give those a flip. They look a little bit browned up, so that's good. We're going to start applying our sauce. One thing I can tell you that I kind of learned along the way is use less sauce than you think. It doesn't really take much. If you put too much on there, that's when you start kind of getting a little bit soggy on the crust, and no one likes that. We're going to go ahead and get some shredded mozzarella on there. Goodly amount. We are going to be putting some other things on here as well just in a second, but you want a good cheese base to start off with, I think. That makes for a pretty good pizza. Here we just have sliced mozzarella, and we're kind of doing like a Margherita pizza style on this one. So we're just going to put a few chunks of that. I very, very thinly sliced some tomato. We're about to put that down in a minute here, right there. And these are very thin slices. I wish I had held one up to the camera so you can see. It did take a little bit of extra work to get them that thin, but I'll tell you what, they came out nice. They weren't too heavy on the pizza. And I also topped it off with a little bit of basil just there, just some fresh basil. There are 3 pies here. I did have some people over for this cook, which is a little nerve-wracking because it was my first time doing it. So I didn't really know how they were going to come out, but hey, with the magic of Google searches and other YouTube videos from other flat top griddlers, I was very happy with the outcome of these pizzas. As I'm doing right now, I'm just doming those just to get a little bit of melt on that mozzarella, that sliced mozzarella that we just put down, and to also kind of help them cook along a little bit. Throughout this entire cook, my flat top was on low heat. It doesn't really take much to get these things to cook up nicely. And so there you go. We've got them pretty well melted on there. I'm just going to put the pepperoni. I waited for the pepperoni for that one just to see if there was going to be any difference in the consistency of it. The pepperoni was actually very nicely crisped, so I was really happy about that. I wasn't sure if it was going to be a little too soggy or greasy, but it came out very nice. I'm really glad I did it the way I did it. And with that crust that I made, it really was easy to make, and I got to tell you, from start to finish, from the time I started making the crust to the time the pizza was coming off of the flat top, was maybe 20 minutes tops. This was a really quick, really easy, really worthwhile recipe because it was that fast, and it really did come out delicious. Usually I don't toot my own horn like that, but I was very pleased on how these came out. So these are all ready, and we're going to go ahead and pull them off, get this one on the pan over here, and you can see how they came out. So if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe. If you haven't already, shoot me a like, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time at Stoneyard Griddle. Bye, guys.